Hi, and welcome to my channel, Busy Bee Natural Remedies. I'm Karissa, and today I thought I would tell you what I did to get off of having Starbucks every single day. At one point, it was about a little over a year ago, I was literally having 2 Starbucks drinks a day, and they were both ventis. It was horrible. And I'm not gonna lie, I was addicted. I absolutely loved their drinks, and I'm not saying I don't ever have a Starbucks drink. In fact, I did have a little bit of a binge month last month where I was having more Starbucks drinks than I typically do, but now I'm back to trying to go only having 1 Starbucks drink a week. And I will introduce you to the drink that I found, or that I make, that helped me kick that. I like sugary things, and as you've heard in my previous videos, sugar is the worst, right? Processed sugar is the worst thing that we could consume because it just feeds all the things like fungus and bacteria and parasites. That's the #1 food for them. And on top of that, it strips our body of very important minerals and nutrients like calcium, magnesium, phosphates, chromium. These are all things that our body needs to function every day. So for me, I was like, man, how am I gonna stop drinking Starbucks drinks? I love them. I need something else. I'm a person who has to always have drinks around. My husband laughs at me. He's like, you always have at least 2 drinks. And that's true. I probably always have 2 drinks with me at all times. It's probably some form of water and then some other flavored drink. Well, this drink that I make, it satisfies the sweet tooth, and it's all natural sugar. It also satisfies the quote-unquote caffeine. There's not really much caffeine in it. My drinks from Starbucks typically didn't have much caffeine in them to begin with, but it does have a little bit. So let me show you what I found. The first ingredient is called cachava. It is amazing because it boosts energy, your digestion, it helps your muscles, it helps your immune system, it helps your hair, your nails, your skin, your bones, your joints. I mean, this is a big hitter, okay? And that's because it has so many vitamins, and this all comes from natural plants that they have found in, I believe, in one of the rainforests. So cachava, they harvest a lot of their stuff from the rainforest. It's a great product. It tastes great. I always get the chocolate. I haven't tried their other flavors. I'm not saying their flavors aren't good. I just haven't tried them. I love their chocolate, so I haven't taken the leap to try their other flavors. But this is a great drink. I mean, you could just, and what I do is I mix this with coconut milk or almond milk. So I do either or, because again, I'm trying to stay away from cow milk as much as possible. Cow milk is great if you can get it raw. Still fine if you can buy, just from the store. But ideally, for me, it just tastes really good in coconut milk and almond milk. So that's the one. That's my choice. Sometimes I get the combo coconut almond milk from that California brand. It's really good. In addition, so this helps with your immune system. If you, as parents, if you're looking for, I have picky eaters as kids. I just need a one-stop shop, something that I quickly give them in the morning that they're not going to fight me on, and you want to make sure they have a huge kick in nutrients and minerals. This would be it. Is it the cheapest thing in the world? No. But this bag, if I follow directions, would only last me 15 days. I can make this bag last anywhere from a month to a month and a half, even with my kids. So what I typically do is for my 3 kids, I take 1 big scoop, I put it in the milk, I mix it up, and then I split that milk between the 3 of them. They love it. Now, what I do to add a little bit of sweetness to it, because it's not exactly sweet, but so my kids would prefer that it be a little sweet. So what I do for their drink is I add just a splash of 100% pure maple syrup, and it tastes great. Now for my drink, to add a little bit more, I add cacao powder. Now this is not cocoa. This is not your 75% chocolate. This is cacao, which comes directly from the chocolate, the bean, the actual plant itself. There's no processing it. And if you drink it straight, it does not taste great. But this is great for helps with your brain, helps with your bones, helps with mental clarity. It does have a little bit of caffeine because it does come straight from the cocoa bean, or the plant anyway. So I don't put this one in my kids just because I try to keep them away from caffeine pretty much 100%. I don't allow my kids to have any caffeine because, well, they don't need it. But I take 1 tablespoon of the cacao. I take about a half a scoop for myself of the cachava, which is why I can make that last anywhere from a month to a month and a half. And then I add a splash of maple syrup. Now, this is a great drink. So whenever I'm thirsty or I'm like, man, I really want something, this also gets me going in the morning. So when we get up, we take our immune boost with the juice and all that stuff. But this moment is a little bit more than just, okay, I'll take my juice, walk out the door. I make my drink that I just showed you, and it's delicious. It also is filling, so I don't feel the need to snack. I don't feel like I need to eat anymore until lunchtime. Pretty much around lunchtime is when I grab something for lunch. And then sometimes if I'm like, man, I really need like a pick-me-up or something in the afternoon, I might make a second one. I might not. It just depends on the day. But so that is my easy button. That's something I did to kick the habit of drinking Starbucks every day, twice a day. If you have a habit of drinking some kind of coffee drink, or you're just trying to find a way to get away from coffee because there's a lot of caffeine in it, and caffeine's good in small portions. It helps, with some of the body's functions and things of that nature, but we all know too much of anything is not a good thing. It's so nutrient dense and so packed with minerals and vitamins that, that along with the fulvic acid that I take every day, along with my kids, this is what we take in our immune boost drinks. So this, and we also take a Morning Complete, which is a probiotic, prebiotic, and super greens. So when I add all of those things to my daily routine, I feel great. I have the probiotic, prebiotic, and the super greens from the Morning Complete that helps my gut stay healthy and keeps everything running normal. And then I have the fulvic acid, which any trace minerals I'm not getting for the day comes in that. And so that turns around and feeds my gut and feeds my body and my immune system to build whatever vitamins that it needs to function, because that's what the body can do. It can take trace minerals and build the vitamins that you need. And then Kachava, because it's just nutrient dense and vitamin and mineral packed. So that's what Kachava does. It's just with the fulvic, it just gives your body amazing building blocks to build the vitamins and minerals and nutrients it needs for the day. And it doesn't take a lot of work. So if you're looking for an easy button for yourself and how to try and kick drinking a lot of coffee, here's an option. I always drink mine cold. My mom actually drinks it, and she drinks it hot, so she loves hers hot. You can drink it either way. I prefer cold drinks, so I don't know what it tastes like hot, but I'll take her word for it. She says it's pretty good. So if you're a person like, well, I need hot, you can certainly make this and make it hot. You don't have to make it with almond milk or coconut milk. You can certainly make it with whatever milk you want, or you can even just drink it with water. I prefer the creamy taste, so that's why I do almond milk or coconut milk. But I had to find something, right? Because like I said, I was doing 2 large Starbucks a day. And let me tell you, the weight that I started to gain, was not okay. Not to mention, I didn't feel that great anymore. And I did it, it was my vice, because I was stressed. And the way I handled stress at the time was, well, I'm just going to get a Starbucks. That was my go-to. And when I realized, one, the amount of money I was spending, oh my gosh, so much money on Starbucks. Insane. And then just the absolute destruction of my own health that I was causing. When I took a stance for myself and I said, that's it, I'm not doing this, I'm going to start taking care of myself better. I started to teach my kids to take care of themselves, make my kids take care of themselves better. I should do the same thing, right? They watch what you do. They don't always listen to what you say. So my daughter actually has been holding me accountable. If I start to fall off the bandwagon of having more than one a week, she's like, Mom, what are you doing? This is not what we're supposed to be doing. And she's right. And sometimes I just tell her, Mama just needs an extra drink, okay? Leave me alone. But, I'm actually grateful that I have her and my boys, because they help to hold me accountable. And so she reminds me, Mom, just make your drink. If you're thirsty, just make your drink before you leave the house, and then I don't even have a craving to go in Starbucks. So even if I'm having a stressful day, like today, I was actually thinking oh man, I can go get something. But I was like, nope, not going to do it. I said no, I made myself my drink, and now I feel better because of it. This drink makes me feel good. It helps me have energy. Now, also, if you've been following me, I wear the X39 patch from LifeWave, which also gives me massive amounts of energy and just makes me feel good all over anyway. And if you want more information about X39 and LifeWave and the whole technology behind that patch, I'll have links below that you can click on for more information and learn more about that patch and many other patches they have. It's a great company, great product. My energy's through the roof, and there's many other benefits that come with that. But that's a side note. But this is how I kicked it. It wasn't easy, but I found this drink, and I said, well, I'm going to give it a shot. It was everything I was looking for as far as a health drink. Yes, I can go find a protein powder or something of that nature, but it didn't. But every other protein powder, any powdered drink I look at, does not have the number of vitamins and minerals that this powder has. And it comes from the forest, I believe they get it from the Amazon forest. I'm not 100% on that. I want to Google that. But this is how I did it. It wasn't hard. Once I got in a routine where in the morning I take my fulvic acid along with my Morning Complete and my immune boost, then I turn around and I make my other drink. I take the kids to school. That's what I'm drinking. I drink that, take them to school and back, and even into work. And then I wouldn't be hungry again until lunch. And then sometimes after lunch, I'm fine. I just go get my kids, come back home, no problem. Sometimes I'm like, ugh, that was a rough day at work. I need another boost, so I'll make another drink. But I don't feel guilty making these drinks. which is even better because the sugar that I use in it is 100% natural. It's maple syrup, and I don't do a ton. I just do, a dash, 1 or 2 dashes of, I just dip it a little bit, gives the perfect amount of sweetness, not too much, not too little. And then, the cacao just adds to the flavor, and it just adds to the benefits of what cacao already is giving my body. So I hope this helps. I hope this helps parents kick any maybe their coffee habits or any other, potential vices that you might have. Again, this is also a very easy button. If you have picky eaters in the morning and you just need to be quick and out the door, sometimes I'll make this for my kids. I don't make it for them always, but sometimes, we're too busy and in a hurry, or one of my kids is just not having it. I do have younger kids, so sometimes I do get a picky eater now and then, particularly with the youngest. So I'll just quickly whip up. I will pour a glass of, for this one, almond milk, because he's allergic to dairy, and I'll just do like 1/3 of a scoop of cacao into his cup, add just a dash of maple syrup, stir it up. He loves it. It fills them. They're not hungry until lunch. That's the great thing. It fills them. My husband, actually, about a month or 2 ago, he just all of a sudden started making himself these cacao drinks. I didn't even say anything about it. I've been doing this for over a year. He's never done it. One day he tried it, and now every morning he makes himself a cacao drink. And I asked him, what made him decide to do that? And he said he tried it once, filled him up. He doesn't feel the need to go to the gas station and pick up a snack, which, because of what my husband does, he's on the road a lot, so he often stops at gas stations and gets snacks, which are not great. And I hate seeing that show up on our credit card, but it is what it is. He's got to do what he's got to do. But he doesn't, I hardly ever see those charges anymore because he drinks cacao, goes to work, and he doesn't feel full. And he doesn't even do the 2 scoops. For him, he just does 1 scoop and drinks it down and then off to work. And he does it with water. He seems to like it that way. If it makes him happy, gives him the nutrients and minerals he needs, and it keeps him full so he's not going to the gas station and buying, junk, I'm happy. Works for me. So, again, might want to look it up. It's Kachava. It's Kachava. I'll include the link below so you guys can look into it and see if it's the right choice for you. But this is another easy button for me. It helps boost my immune system naturally. Helps boost my kids' immune systems naturally and my husband's. It's just another one thing in my arsenal as far as boosting our family's immune system that I actually truly like and believe in. I've been using it for, I know I've been using Kachava for over a year, and I have nothing but good reviews about it. So if you like this content and you want to hear more, tap that like button, hit that subscribe button, and follow me for more at benaturalremedies.com.